17 years after first rising to fame on YouTube, Shane Dawson has announced the launch of a Patreon.
My goal was to get this podcast out of our house. Having, 5 animals and now 2 toddlers, like running into the room. So my goal was like to get a studio space or some sort of office or something to where we could build a podcast set. And we were looking into like office spaces, and it's pretty expensive. And I was like, I need to figure out more reasons to justify this. So what if we also did like a production company? I've done that on YouTube for 17 years on my own, funding everything myself. All that kind of stuff is very expensive. I have a show that I really want to make about a girl getting canceled in Hollywood. I think what I want to do is start a Patreon. Like, what if this could be the start of our production company, of our studio? Like, the Patreon is up right now. Today's the launch day, and I'm so excited about it. We're all very excited about it. Woo! Also very nervous about it. Yeah.
A move that, at first glance, might seem like a natural next step for a longtime content creator looking to evolve. But beneath the surface, the decision has stirred up questions that cut far deeper. Dawson, who reportedly made tens of millions during his time on the platform, including around $10 million from his infamous Jeffree Star makeup collaboration, has made it clear that his goal is to build a studio, launch a production company, and create bigger projects such as scripted series, films, and a podcast. But the means of funding it? That's where the controversy begins. In a pinned comment beneath the launch video, Dawson wrote, "Thank you guys for all the love and support. I can't put into words how much it means to me. I can't wait to make bigger projects that hopefully make you feel something. I'm just so grateful." The message resonated with many of his followers. Supportive comments flooded the post. "I've never thought I'd be willing to pay to join someone's Patreon, and here I am paying for 3 of them, and I have no complaints. Congratulations, Shane. You deserve it. It's finally time for us to give back. I've literally never subbed to someone's Patreon until now. I love you guys, always will." But outside the bubble of loyal support, a very different tone has taken hold. In an era of rising inflation, widespread layoffs, and an ever-worsening housing crisis, the timing of this request is striking. Many viewers are struggling to afford groceries, healthcare, or rent, and yet they're being asked to contribute $8 a month to help fund the studio of someone already living in a multi-million-dollar mansion. One online critic didn't mince words. "Extremely rich people starting Patreons is so cringe." Another wrote, "I want to support and watch everything, but paying $8 a month isn't reasonable for me with my low-paying job. I'd love more on YouTube. It's the only place I can watch anything because it's free." Reddit, often a gathering place for more unfiltered opinions, has been equally vocal. "They live in a $1 million house, and I most certainly do not. I'm worried about the price of groceries, not giving money to someone I already helped become rich and famous through years of support. I bet if they sold their $1 million home and moved to a more modest, normal, like 4-bedroom, they would suddenly have a lot of extra money. But they would rather keep the rich lifestyle and then pump their middle to lower economic class fans for money. Honestly, disappointing to me." This isn't just a case of online snark. The criticism gets to the core of a much larger, darker question. What happens when the ultra-wealthy begin asking the struggling masses to bankroll their personal ambitions? Dawson, it's worth noting, currently owns 2 YouTube channels, one with over 18 million subscribers and another with just under 3 million. He hasn't posted consistently on the larger channel in quite some time. Whether due to algorithmic changes, personal burnout, or fallout from past scandals, the silence is conspicuous. Why pursue new ventures when the old ones remain dormant? Financially, Shane has done well. His portfolio includes book deals, merchandise lines, lucrative sponsorships, AdSense revenue, and the Jeffree Star collab. He's purchased multiple properties, frequently travels in luxury, and has a lifestyle most would classify as elite. So again, the question returns, why ask your fans for more? Adding fuel to the fire is Shane's husband, Ryland Adams. Known for his extravagant taste and frequent spending, Ryland often posts content centered around luxury hauls, redecorating high-end spaces, and spontaneous big-ticket purchases. What some fans see as aspirational, Others interpret as tone deaf, especially when it's followed by requests for financial support. Ryland has also launched his own Patreon, so has Shane's sister-in-law, Morgan Adams. Both faced backlash, echoing Shane's current criticism. They live visibly comfortable lives, flaunt that comfort online, and then ask viewers, many of whom are under economic pressure, to contribute monthly. It highlights a widening disconnect. Shane's fans, like many online audiences, are diverse. They include young people, working-class adults, and individuals navigating serious financial difficulty. These are people with dreams of their own. For them, watching a millionaire ask for crowdfunding can feel insulting. There's a growing perception that creators like Dawson have lost sight of the financial realities facing the very people who built their platforms. The optics are particularly jarring. While everyday people cut costs and work overtime to survive, Shane and Ryland are posting from hot tubs, driving luxury vehicles, and documenting trips on private jets. Then, of course, there's the legacy of controversy. Shane Dawson's career is marked by multiple scandals. Videos from his past resurfaced, sparking waves of backlash and calls for accountability. He's apologized many times, some have forgiven, others never will. His brand, in many ways, remains unstable. Launching a new creative venture on the back of public support without fully re-establishing trust carries significant risk. It also raises questions about whether fans are truly on board or if they're simply being asked to overlook unresolved baggage. And then comes the track record. Shane's scripted efforts haven't always landed well. Not Cool, his 2015 film, was widely criticized and publicly derided by producers and fellow creatives. The Lottery, a 2017 short, received lukewarm reception. Even his popular documentary series, though successful in terms of views, were often criticized for manipulative narratives, lack of objectivity, and incomplete storytelling. There's little evidence that large budgets would solve those issues. If anything, the concern is that fans are being asked to fund projects that may never meet their expectations or may never be seen beyond a paywall. If Shane Dawson truly believes in his next chapter, shouldn't he fund it the way most entrepreneurs would? With private investment, personal sacrifice, or business planning? Not by appealing to fans who've already given him so much, especially in the wake of multiple controversies and an increasingly lavish public image. And then there's a final unsettling point. If those closest to Shane, his wealthy inner circle, aren't publicly investing in this dream, what does that say? Should fans take a harder look at what's being offered or at what's being asked of them?
I want to make these things so bad. I'm trying to get funding for the movie. It's been, 3 years?
But I've been trying to make this movie so intensely for years, and it just keeps getting stuck.
Shane Dawson isn't the first wealthy creator to launch a Patreon, and he won't be the last. But in a climate of increasing inequality, tightening wallets, and rising disillusionment with influencer culture, his decision to ask the public for more has reopened an old wound. One where admiration and support begin to feel more like exploitation. What happens next depends on who's still watching and who's still willing to pay.